Dustin, congratulations, Masters champion.
Thank you.
How does that feel? What's the first thoughts that come to your mind when I say that?
Well, it feels good. I mean, obviously, it's, by far, biggest accomplishment of my career, especially because for me, it just means so much, growing up, an hour away from Augusta, I've played there a bunch of times, so it's just always been, a dream of mine to win the Masters. And so for that to, finally come true, it's special.
So Sunday, obviously you're out there grinding, you're not looking at leaderboards, and then all of a sudden you're the Masters champ. I mean, like, when did it really set into you, like, when you're sitting by yourself on the plane home? Was it when you got, on your vacation? When did it really, set in that, like, I'm the Masters champ?
Yeah, I mean, obviously throughout the day, I try not to look at leaderboards. Through the first few holes, or I think it was maybe around 6, I bogeyed 4 and 5, but they weren't bad bogeys, so I didn't let it rattle me. Like, I didn't, I get upset. I knew I still had a lot of golf ahead of me. I knew if I could play well from their end that I was going to have a really good chance to win. So, yeah, obviously birdie 6 and 8, and then, I played really well from 6 all the way to the house. The only time I really ever had, any, was ever in a little bit of trouble would have been 11, but I wasn't in trouble there.
So obviously you're teeing off, you got your first tee jitters, you got the lead.
Absolutely.
What other points of the round did you get more nervous than others? What shots really?
Well, definitely the first hole. I mean, kind of the whole entire first hole, really. Once I hit it on the green out of the bunker, which was a really good shot, I settled down a little bit. Hit a couple nice shots on 2, and then obviously my first pitch shot that it's a tough shot. It's sitting down. Tough, yeah. It's in. I got to hit a kind of a high one over.
So
I probably didn't play the right shot.
You got in the first cut of rough there, and were you just trying to get it in the front bunker?
I was just trying to chase it down the hill.
And you hit 3
I mean, I was on a severe downslope. Yeah, it caught it a little thin, but it was fine. I was just trying to get it down. If I'd have hit it solid, it would have got up past the bunker, which is where I was trying to get it
Either
to.
Either left or in front bunker, and you're fine.
Right. I didn't want to leave it where I did, because I knew it was going to be it's not a spot you want to be.
And when the next shot you left, I mean, you left a very difficult 4th there. I mean, it didn't get
the
up
bunker
into
shot. It wasn't very easy.
You had to carry a lot of bunker, had no green. That was a really good shot.
Right, and you didn't want to have like a little 6-footer, slider coming down the hill there. So I hit a really good bunker shot with a tap in par. So it wasn't, that little pitch shot didn't bother me.
6 there would have definitely
hurt.
Yeah, that would have hurt. That would have hurt a lot more than as you say, the bogeys on 5 and 6. You didn't really, or 4 and 5. You didn't play that bad.
I did.
Then you came back with a great iron shot on 6 that settled you.
And then a really nice putt. 8.
8 iron. Okay.
8 iron. It was a little help and wind on that direction. So 8 iron, hit a really nice shot and made a nice putt there. That definitely settled me down. And, even 3. I mean, I made birdie on 3, but hit a perfect drive. It was downwind. Hit a really good drive, left it in the perfect spot. But, especially with nerves.
The toughest pin on that green, too, right?
With nerves, too. Hitting those little pitch shots is probably especially off the grass. It's a little grainy. It's wet. It's easy to not catch those very well. So I wasn't feeling that great even over that one.
But definitely felt watching way harder to make contact around the greens than a normal Masters.
It was.
Would you?
It was, for sure. But the problem was it was, depending on where you were. There were some spots where it was, but it's still the normal Masters in April when, it was pretty similar because it's kind of the same there. It kind of depends on, the spots where it's really difficult to hit pitch shots.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a lot of the same. I mean, it's just sometimes you get in situations where you have tough chips.
So you got the birdie on 6, and you made the turn.
Birdied 8.
Birdied 8.
hit 2 nice shots there.
What'd you hit for your second on 8?
7 wood.
7 wood.
7 wood.
Did you ever think you'd be playing 7 wood in your career?
No, I didn't. But from the first time when you made it for me and brought it out, I hit it. I'm like, all right, this is in the bag. I hit 1 ball, I think.
Yeah,
it was going in.
Worked out really good, and to be able to hit something that high and that soft, and whatever you had, 250, whatever, probably playing 255.
Yeah, I had. Yeah, it was. What do we have? Maybe two. I think we had like 240 up to, or might have been 250 up to like 268 or something like that, because it plays up like 18.
For a full 7 wood.
Hit a nice shot there in the middle of the green. That still had a difficult 2-putt though, because they kind of. I'm trying to think, where was the? Yeah, the pin was in the back left.
Was it back left or back right? I can't remember.
I think it was back left, I think.
Yeah.
But it was up against the slope. So it was difficult 2-putt, but made a nice 2-putt there.
So you made the turn. I can't remember what your lead was or where you were, but as everyone knows, it starts on the back 9, whether you had a couple shot lead or whatever. It's, you know what's coming ahead of you. You hit a good ball down 10, and I mean, I could even see on TV you had a pretty big mud ball on 10, and you weren't this time of year the balls weren't chasing down as far, so it seems like you guys were way farther back.
I had 5 iron. I was way back. We had over 200 yards into the wind, and I had mud on the right side of my ball, so it was going to turn it left, and I judged it pretty well all week with the, because I had to play it quite a few times, and every time it did what I thought it was going to do. So I judged them well, but that one was a little nervy because I had to start it like right of the bunker.
In trust that the mud would bring it?
That it was going to turn, because there's bushes over there. I mean, I could have had a lost ball, anything. Could have made a big number there. But I hit.
So how far right do you think you aimed compared, like if you had no mud on that ball?
I would have aimed 30 yards left to where I did.
No kidding, 30 yards.
Yeah.
So you got to send it out there and trust it.
Yeah, and hit a great shot back there, pin high, 20, 15, 20 feet.
To me, it might have been one of the best shots of the day that I saw.
Absolutely.
Especially to get it pin high and make a 4 there. That ball goes left at all. It's almost impossible up and down from down there.
Yeah. Oh no, it's for sure. It's then obviously 11 was another one that had a little bit of mud on the left side of the ball, but with the water there, I just could not start it left.
You would have to literally start it in the water to play for the mud, and you can't.
I'm like, if this ball does go a little right, I'm fine. Pins back left. The club I hit should leave me just short of the. I didn't want to get it up where I had to go over the back bunker, so the club I hit, I knew was never going to get me to the flag, but I figured 35, 40 feet in the middle of the green would be perfect.
The perfect shot, yeah.
Right.
Got a little right of the green.
But I still had where I could pitch it at the flag. It was a tough pitch. I hit it great.
Obviously, you missed it in the perfect spot, but it just, everyone walking off there to the 12th tee and everything, the grass just looked.
Looking at the water,
it looked
the
like
bunkers
a tough place
there.
to pitch from.
It was, but I clipped it perfect.
Yeah.
Hit a nice, I hit it up there to 5 feet, made a nice 5-footer for par.
Now you turn to 12, which
might be the hardest hole in the golf course, especially into the wind. It's just one of those holes where you can make anything. As you saw, I think, I didn't know until
what was the pin and what kind of number were you hitting?
It was around 150, maybe 158, I think is what it was into the wind. I think it was like 149 or 150 to cover the bunker. So I'm looking over the right side of the bunker. Wind was in a little bit out of the right. So we played it. That's how we played it. And so I flighted an 8-iron. And
it's a lot of club on that hole.
Yeah, but it was into the wind.
Yeah.
And I didn't cover the bunker but 3 or 4 yards, but that was all I wanted. I was trying to hit it just over the right edge of the bunker, right where I hit it. Had a good looking birdie there. So, but after that shot, that was when I knew, all right, now we're gonna have to be a little bit aggressive. We need to make a few birdies coming home if we want to.
So it looked like you hit a pretty good 3-wood off 13, and then you ended up
perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely perfect.
Just through, right?
No, it was in
fairway. It was in fairway, but you had mud.
Had mud on it.
So one thing,
and it didn't get because it was hurting wind, and it was blowing left to right with a little bit of hurt off the tee, maybe straight left to right. So, but I didn't get far enough past the corner with a 3-wood that I had a little bit of mud on my ball. So there were the trees going at the green, so I couldn't start it far enough left.
Yeah.
Or
you would have had to hit a draw.
I would have gone for it if I would have been up further.
Yeah.
So then I hit I just chipped a 6-iron, trying to hit a half 6-iron and judge the right distance to leave yourself a good number is tough, but I did.
The other thing I noticed with that, and obviously you hit, we'll go to the wedge shot on 15, which I thought was amazing, but when I watched you lay up on 13 and 15, knowing you and knowing your golf IQ, I saw you you keep it low and run the ball on the ground. To me, you had mud on your ball on the second shot, and you were trying to remove the mud for your third shot. Was that kind of what you were doing?
But I didn't want to hit in the air, so I got it again.
Okay.
So both. I'd done it a couple times before, that week. Just, I knew laying up, I just didn't want to have to deal with it again.
What'd you chip it down there with?
6-iron.
6-iron.
And then
you probably could hit 6-iron on the green if you'd hit it full.
Yeah, maybe a 5.
5, yeah.
But same on 15. I drove it a little bit left, so I didn't have no issues with mud or anything. I was just on the left. I was blocked out by the trees. So that's why I think I rolled a 7-iron maybe there.
Yeah.
So, but again, I'm trying to judge it because I want to leave myself with a really good number because it's into the wind, pins back.
So that shot was into the wind. You got the downhill lie. What was it, 105 or something?
Yeah, around 105. So I hit, a little 54 to take the spin off.
Looked like you just clipped it perfect.
I did hit a nice shot. And I know I got to fly it back there if I want to get it close. But I trusted. I work a lot on my wedges, and so I trusted it. I knew I had a good feel of the yardage, how far I was playing, and just made a nice swing.
Yeah, the birdie on 13 and 15 put you in pretty good control. 16 had actually a different
good shot.
Different pin for Sunday too.
Really
kind of a
different
difficult pin because you can't miss right, you can't miss long, you don't want to make bogey. So
I hit a really nice shot. I thought it was going to hang because it was right on the edge. I think if either a yard further or a yard right, it stays up there. I got a 15-footer. But made a really nice 2-putt. I was thrilled. But even at this point, I didn't know where I stood because I hadn't looked at a leaderboard since like number 6.
You knew who you were against the guys you were playing with, obviously.
Yeah.
So you had a little bit of a lead on them. 17, how'd you play 17? You hit
it down the middle and hit it on the green. Could have been a little more aggressive probably with my second shot, but there was no point. Hit a nice shot. Rolled it down there, had an easy 2-putt. Same with 18. 18 was when it was off the left, straight left to right maybe. And that was just full send with driver.
Yeah. What do you have for your second then?
I hit a sand wedge.
That works.
Yeah.
Driver, sand wedge, 2 putts, win.
Yeah.
So obviously you win, you have all the emotions. AJ starts losing it a little bit. You're trying to keep it together.
Yeah, I couldn't. I tried.
You got Paulina there. What were your feelings walking off that green and just, you got AJ on the bag, Paulina.
It's just just incredible just to obviously have my brother on the bag, have Paulina there. It was amazing. Obviously, it's a weird, strange year not being able to have the patrons there, which is a little bit of a bummer, but that was really the only thing that was different about the Masters. But there was still a lot of people around, and it was still special. It'll always be special forever. And to have them there and to have them experience, and Paulina to actually be there up close was really cool. And it was something. Obviously, it was incredible.
She must have been a nervous wreck going around.
Oh, I'm sure she was. She was.
Yeah, it's awesome she got to watch it.
The only thing that would have made it better if the kids were able to be there with Paulina, but it was cool. They were waiting for me at the house when I got back.
As a golf fan too, then you go and get the green jacket, and you were 12 years old when Tiger won his first Masters.
Yeah.
I would think
if
you could pick anyone that's ever been a Masters champion to give you the green jacket,
definitely,
that would be the guy.
Absolutely. you know, obviously growing up, Tiger was definitely, you know, he was an idol of mine. It was, you know, a lot of the reason I play golf. You know, he was one of the guys. He's done so much for the game. He's grown the game so much, but he was a guy that actually made golf cool.
Yeah.
Especially when, you know, for everybody. And
were you
it
into golf as much before he played it?
Yeah,
or did he
I
help
was.
You?
He definitely helped, but I mean, when I was before Tiger, I was always a big Freddie. Couples was my, you know, Couples.
Fred
and
was definitely the coolest before
Fred
Tiger.
And I love Greg too,
Yeah.
Norman. So the Shark and then Freddie Couples were Davis Love too. Were my probably 3 guys.
Yeah, those were all mine too. Freddie, Davis when I was younger. Yeah.
Wore the big old Ashworth shirts.
Yep. He was the first guy to not have the Sansa belts. He had the pleats at the time. That was cool. That was in fashion, but yeah.
But yeah, no, and those, the Ashworth shirts. I remember those. They were like, I mean, I have pictures. Mine come down to look like a long sleeve shirt on me.
Yeah. Have you talked to Fred much? I mean,
yeah.
I kind of, you know, the way you guys handle yourself, your demeanors, how you handle stuff on the course, I actually think you guys kind of have a lot in common. And I also think both of you kind of are looked at as maybe not as golf, like, I don't know if the word savvy or dialed in, but Fred is a lot like you, where his golf IQ is so off the charts, and he just kind of maybe acts like he's not
right. Which
as dialed in as he is sometimes.
I do too, but it's just easier to do that. Don't have to answer as many questions.
No, I hear you. So,
but that's just part of me. Is just, but yeah, I mean, when I'm out there playing, I'm as dialed in as anyone, if not more than everybody.
Yeah, I think everyone would agree with that. So you get the Masters jacket. How does it work? You get to keep it?
I get to keep it for a year.
Do you get to keep it for a year this time?
Well, no, I don't. I get to keep it for a few months, but I don't care. I don't care how long I get.
I mean, you're the shortest guy to get to keep it.
It's mine forever.
I hear you.
It's all right. It's mine forever.
You just have to go defend it a little quicker.
That's fine too. I'm gonna give it a good shot.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll be ready.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. That was, you know, we've been together, what, 15, 16 years now, and
yep.
There's been way more disappointments than celebrations, but, you know, you put your time in, you've learned the game, you've matured as much as anyone on tour, really. And to finally see the rewards, I mean, it has to be rewarding. And
it is. I mean, obviously, if you've seen it, I've definitely, you know, I've had to learn a lot. I've had a lot of failures, but, you know, I think that's what's made me the golfer I am right now. And, you know, I tried to every instance, you know, as you see out there on the course, I don't get really that upset. I mean, sometimes I get a little frustrated, but I try to take all the situations and learn. You know, I did a lot of things good to get in that situation. Yeah. So yeah, the one thing that I did bad, or not even bad, but where I didn't succeed, I try to learn from that and apply it to the next time.
That's life for everyone.
Yeah.
Business, any sport or whatever, you have to learn. But you've done a great job of handling all those disappointments and taking them as learning experiences instead.
Yeah.
And you've gotten to a point where there's not a whole lot that happens on a golf course that throws you off. I mean, you think of the U.S.
I've done it all, but
you think of the U.S. Open and the rules official coming out, you know.
Yeah, I've done it all.
You definitely paid your dues, and it's, for me, it was just so rewarding to see you rewarded with the title that means the most, really. I mean, people talk about the best major, but I think it's the Masters. I think that's the one you want.
For me, it is. I mean, it's just, for me, it's by far the best major. And only not saying that all the other majors are great too, and I love them all.
Take them all.
Absolutely. And they're all, you know, but just me personally, it means more just growing up so close to there. It's always at the same venue.
Did you, so you got 4 months or whatever we have. You got a big decision in 4 months. Are there any hints on
dinner?
What you're gonna do?
No.
Do you want to drop anything yet, or just keep it a secret?
I'm gonna keep it a secret for now.
Do you have any good ideas have you thought about it much?
Not yet.
Not yet. A little bit?
I've been a little bit, yeah, of course. I'll come with something good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll come with something good.
We look forward to hearing that. I mean, it's, you know, we all talk to people who get to go to that dinner, and it sounds just like one of the coolest, you know, I call it a club. It's one of the hardest clubs in the world to be a member of.
Yep.
And you are a member of that club for the rest of your life and get to do that and sit with guys. And it'll be interesting to me who you sit next to.
Yeah.
Because you'll be coming in, you know, some past champions, and everyone kind of gets their seats. So I'm kind of, it'll be interested where you kind of end up at
I don't
the
know. I've
table
never
and who's your
been,
guys.
so
yeah, it'll be.
We'll see
It'll
what
be
it is.
It'll be one fun experience.
Well, for the first year, I'm sure, because I'm the host in the dinner.
Okay.
I'll probably have a seat. I don't know. I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I'm just guessing because I don't know. But I'll be happy to sit wherever they tell me.
Cool. Well, once again, congratulations. Great win for you. Great win for TaylorMade to be part of. Look forward to watching you in April.
Thank you. I look forward to being there and defending.